X over here. Okay. I think I have some little delay in the video, so okay, so here we are. Welcome. My name is Fernando. In today's tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make a simple ring using Rhinoceros and Matrix 9.0. So I'm gonna show you the ring we're gonna do first. Then we're gonna start using from zero all the tools that Matrix offers to do jewelry design. So if you got any questions or something, just put it on the chat. I will be glad to answer you. Okay. So the file. Things tutorials. Let's see. So much files in my computer. Sometimes it takes me a little to find something over here. Okay, let's see. So by day, I think I have the file in my passport. Photo tutorials, rings, ring oval. Okay, here it is. So this is something that I usually do. That is, every time I do something, I go by step. So I start saving like each file until I get to the final design, so the final file. So I'm gonna show you how is the final ring. So you have the idea what we're gonna do. Okay. So basically it's a 7x5 oval stone with 6 diamond, 3 in each side, and it has this open part here. You can tell that it's like a gallery. So let's start going. So we're going to start with a new file. I'm not going to save this because we're going to make it from zero. Okay. So first of all, we got some tools here. In this tool we can do a ring rail. That is the one that is gonna tell us the ring size. In my case, I'm using the USA sizes, so I'm gonna use size 7. That is like the standard size that you use for women. So I'm gonna click here, size 7, and then in the green arrow I'm gonna press it. So it's gonna put me this round circle over here. This is just a line. So this is gonna be my guidance to make the ring around this. So second, what I'm gonna do now is to put the center stone. So I go over here to jams tool, and I'm gonna click in the first one, that is the one that is gonna load all the kind of stones that Matrix has. So as you see over here, we got different shapes of stones, and we are in diamonds. So if you change over here, you're gonna see it's gonna give you different options. But for this tutorial, over here you got cabochons too. But for this tutorial, we're gonna work with diamonds. So first of all, we're gonna use the oval stone, that is the one that is gonna be in the center. So it's gonna be a 7 by 5. So it's gonna be this one over here. Right after you make click, the program put you the stone in the viewports. So I'm gonna go through finger, and remember to have always the gumball enabled over here. If you don't have it enabled, the gumball, just press right here where it says gumball. It will show you the gumball. So we're gonna raise the stone all the way to the top. Then we're gonna touch with the bottom of the stone the circle of the ring, and then I'm gonna click this blue arrow, and I'm gonna give you the value of 2. So it's gonna be 2 millimeters. So what it's gonna do is that the stone is gonna go up for 2 millimeters. So remember that in Rhinoceros or in Matrix, each of the little squares is 1 millimeter. So right now the distance from here, from the edge of the circle to the bottom of the stone, is gonna be 2 millimeters. So how we can measure that? We got a tool over here in the main menu that which we can use to measure distance. So I'm gonna go to this one, align dimension. So I got these tools over here. So when I enable them, they're gonna put the cursor on the end of the object that I'm working with. So as you see, when I get close to the bottom of the diamond or the stone, it puts the cursor right there in the end. So I'm gonna click there. I'm gonna go down. Over here is showing me the middle of the round, of the circle, I mean. So I'm gonna click there, and the tool is showing me that I got 2 millimeters. Okay. So we can delete this. Just so let you know how you work with distance and how to measure. And right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring also the side diamonds. The side diamonds are gonna be 1.2 millimeters each one. So right now over here I have the oval stone. So I'm gonna go and click in hem shape, and I went back to the selection of the stones. So I'm gonna select the round, and I'm gonna go over here to 1.2 millimeters. So remember, before you do click here on the stone, you need to add a new stone. If you have select this one, and the gumball is right now in this one, and if I go over here and select this round diamond, it's gonna change this stone over here because it was in my selection. So I'm gonna go back, Control C, and I'm gonna click outside. So I don't have nothing in my selection, and I'm gonna press here in 1.2. It's gonna send me this diamond in right here in the middle. So I'm gonna go to the looking down view, and I'm gonna move it to to the left side. Sorry for my dog. I think it's somebody outside. And now I'm gonna leave this one like around here. I'm gonna Control C to copy. Okay, you have it over here. Control C and you can paste it to use the same stone. So this is like a shortcut, and I'm gonna move the stone to one side, and I'm gonna mirror the stone. So I'm gonna type in the keyboard the command mirror and enter. So the mirror function is asking me to where do I want to start the mirror on this plane. So I'm gonna press 0 and enter, and with the shift K I'm gonna press it and click it. So we got the other stone over here. Okay, so for these small diamonds, what I'm gonna use is some 0.6 millimeters bronze. So what I'm gonna do before making the bronze and everything, I'm gonna make first the drawing of how big the bronze are gonna be. So I'm gonna go to card and I'm gonna go to the circle tool. Okay, and I'm gonna go around the end of the edge of this stone. So right now I got a circle over here, so I'm gonna type in the keyboard 0.6, so that's less than a millimeter, and I got a circle of 0.6, so I'm gonna move it around almost in the end of the edge of the stone. Then I'm gonna control copy, I'm gonna copy and paste, and I'm gonna move the circle around here, because with this circle I can see like how much of the edge close to the stone I am, or how much metal the stone is gonna eat from the bronze. So if I do this before doing the bronze, I already know how it's gonna affect the metal piece on the final design, or in the final ring. So this is a good distance, because usually the person who's gonna put the stones is gonna have like a lot of space to work, and also metal to work with to catch the stone over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy again and paste again and put another one around here. Okay, this one I can mirror, and I think I'm gonna put another one here. So control copy and paste again, and I'm gonna make another one over here and mirror. Okay, so yeah, something like this is gonna be our shape. So next step we're gonna do is we're gonna start making the basket for the center stone. So I'm gonna press F6 on the keyboard. So it's gonna show me this little window with some matrix comments. So when you click the stones, you see that it will change you like the option that you can do with the stone. So it's gonna show me that I can do a bezel, under bezel, gallery rail, help builder. So depending the object that you are selecting here, this window is going to show you what options do you have or you can do with the object that you are selecting in the moment. So if I take the curve, it's going to show me that I can do a auxiliary rail. I can add some profiles to that curve or do a ternary ring, so it's going to set me up some stones around the curve, etc. So right now we're going to work with the stone, so we're going to make the basket for the stone. So in this case the basket, the name is the head builder, so I'm going to click over here in the head builder. So this is like the base object that the matrix give you at the start of the function. So yeah, I'm gonna put this part, we call it the bed. So it's where the stone is gonna rest. So I'm gonna put the bed close to the stone, taking the little square and putting up. And over here you see we got this option for the help builder. So I'm gonna go to the rail, that is what Matrix called each of these rings. We call it rails, but I'm gonna go over here because if I do it from here, it's gonna change me the shape in the two rails, but I wanna give one shape to this one over here and one shape to the one in the bottom. So over here it's gonna give me more control, so I can select this one, and apart I can select this one. So I'm gonna go for this one first, and I'm gonna, this is like the rail or the bed profiles. So I got different shapes. So the one that I'm gonna use for this tutorial is gonna be this one, and I'm gonna press select or just double click on the shape. So now we got the new shape over here, and I'm gonna put this bed behind the stone. So if you look from the top view, you're gonna see that we got metal coming out from the stone. So I don't like that. I don't like my rings to look with metal outside the stone. I like it to be inside the stone, so no metal is shown in the ring. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take it from here, from this box, and I'm gonna start pull it up on the inside. So I'm gonna go to 0. I'm pressing shift right now, so it jumped from 0.1 until I get to 0. So if we look from the top view, from looking down, you can see that the metal went behind the stone. Okay, so now I'm going to change the shape of this rail over here, and I'm going to press the R, and also I can do that thing from here. You see this little shape over here. If I click on it, it's going to show me the different shapes that I have for selection and changing the shape. So I'm going to use a square one, and I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to take this distance to 0 right there. Okay, and I'm going to go through finger view to see how it looks compared to my circle over here. Okay, I'm gonna go again to the level 1. That's how the matrix call it, level 1, level 2. So each level has some different options. In the last option, in level 4, you can change the shape or the sizes of each prong. So you can change it in the top and in the bottom. You can give different size. So I'm gonna go to level 1 again because I want to close the bottom part a little bit. So what I do is that I take this circle and I'm gonna close it to the center. I want to close this one a little bit too. So what I'm gonna do is the same thing. I'm gonna take this circle over here and I'm gonna close it just a little bit. So it will give me this nice curved shape on the bronze. So it doesn't look like too straight. Okay. And I'm gonna go to level 2 again. Level 3 I mean. And I'm gonna work with the sizes of this, the thickness of the bed. So I'm gonna send them to 0.8 or 0.9 I think. Yeah, this looks good. So I'm gonna put it a little bit downsize. So yeah, around there. Yeah, that's good. And I'm gonna do same thing over here. So I'm gonna go to 0.8, 0.8, 0.9, yeah, 0.9, and I always put the prongs from the round circle, like from the round circle to the center, because I'm gonna use this round circle to cut this part over here. So the prongs are gonna follow this round shape, and also the rail over here is gonna have that round shape. So you're gonna see how I'm gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm gonna take this P over here. This is for editing the prong in the bottom. So I'm gonna click right over here, and I'm gonna take this little square because I want the bottom part of the prong to be more inside the rail. So I'm gonna click over here. I'm maintaining the click. I'm gonna go to the center about 0.35. Okay, and enter. So we got a little gallery over here. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to offset this card over here. So I'm gonna take offset in my keyboard, and I'm gonna press enter to execute the command. So I'm gonna give it, you see I got some options over here. So the distance, I'm just going to take about 0.85. So I got 0.85 over here, and with these two lines I'm gonna use these two lines over here, these two circles, to make the round rail over here, so it doesn't look this plain, because you're not gonna, if you leave it like that, when the person put the ring in his finger, this part is not gonna come inside the finger. So yeah, the rings doesn't work like that, they are all round. So okay, let me see. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna tape ungroup. So what happens right now is that all there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces over here, and all the 6 pieces was in a single group. So I just give the command to separate all the pieces. So you know, now I'm clicking in this one, so I have this one, I have each prong separate. So I did it because I need to separate this, because I'm gonna take the edge of this shape to use it to remake this rail, but it's gonna be round. It's gonna have the shape of the circle, the continuation of the circle. So I'm gonna take these 4 prongs and I'm gonna tape group. So these 4 prongs are now in one group, and I'm gonna use this one. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do select this one, and with shift, I'm gonna clip in the bed, and I'm gonna change it to another layer so I can lock it or hide it. And I'm gonna go to curve, and I'm gonna use this tool. The name is duplicate edge. So what this tool do is that it will duplicate the edge of a solid or a surface that you have draw or make. So in my case, I'm gonna duplicate the edges of this shape over here, the rail. So I'm gonna click right here in the border. So as you see, it's showing me what is going to duplicate, and I'm gonna click in this edge over here, and yeah, I'm gonna press enter, enter, and I'm gonna show you why I didn't select the ones in the inside of the rail. So I'm gonna delete this thing because I don't need it anymore, and I'm gonna take this edge and I'm gonna put it in top of this circle over here, because this circle is gonna cut a surface that I'm gonna do using these 2 edges. So this one I'm gonna bring it a little bit up around there. Now I'm gonna take this one, and with shift I'm going to select the other one, and I'm gonna go to perspective so you see what is going to happen. Okay, before I do the surface using these 2 oval circle, these oval shapes, I'm gonna offset this one. So I'm gonna type the command offset, enter, and it's gonna be around, let's see, 0.7, and click, and the same goes for this one. So it's gonna be around 0.72, but you see this one got this little sharp edge over here of shape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press F10. So F10 is going to display me the control points over this curve. So every curve and Rhinoceros have some control points which you can use to change the shape or just to delete some points, but you can do it this way, or you can do it saying giving the command reveal, and reveal is gonna tell me that right now this curve over here have 49 control points. So I want it less because I want this oval to have more roundness in this part when it loses the roundness over here. So it got 49 control points, so I'm gonna go about, I think with 20 is enough. So I'm gonna go and press enter. If you see right here, I got a more soft, a more roundness shape. So I think it's much better, but I can do more for this. So I'm gonna press now F10. So if I delete this one, well, that's gonna be more square. So okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. I can work with that. So now I'm going to select the inside edge. So I'm going to select the 2 edge inside of the other ones. So I got this 2 edge in my selection, and If I go to surface, it's going to show me this option that I have. So I'm going to select love. So the love is going to make me a surface using two curves. So this is what is going to happen. So make sure that these two arrows are aligned. If, for example, you got this one over here and this one is like over here, so you're gonna have to move it because it's gonna make an incorrect surface using those two curves. So you take and click over here in this point and going into, it shows you like the end or the quad, so right there. So if I look at from the looking down view or the top view, you're gonna see these 2 points are in the same line. Okay, so I'm gonna press enter key and I'm gonna say okay to this. So we got this surface right now, and I'm gonna select these two curves again. I'm just gonna press enter because Rhinoceros usually or always saves the last command that you just use. Okay, so it's gonna use the love command over here. So I only need to select the top curves and just press enter, and we got our second surface over here. So right now we still have a open surface over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the ring size and the outside curve that I have here, the other circle curve that we offset from the ring side, and I'm gonna go to solid and I'm gonna go to extrude curve straight. Okay, so it's gonna show you this. It's gonna show you what it's going to do, but I need it to go both sides. Okay, so I needed to go both sides of the zero of the center. So what I'm gonna do is in the options over here, I'm gonna tell him both sides is in now. So I'm gonna click it. So now it's gonna say yes. So as you see over here, it's going both sides right now. But the other thing is that I don't need it to be solid. So solid is that it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a closed surface. I need it open. So I'm going to select the two circles again, enter, and over here I got an option to change that solid to say no, it's not gonna be solid, and I'm gonna take it like to go more bigger than these two oval surface that we did over here. So need it a little bigger than that. And now we did that because these two surfaces are gonna cut this part over here, and it's gonna cut this part over here, and also this surface I'm gonna use it to close and to make this part a solid. So then this center part are gonna cut this surface too over here. So I need to select the fourth surface that I have right now, and I'm gonna type the command trim and enter key. So the trim works. Also you can see it over here. Select the object to trim. So, okay, so I already got four surface, and I'm gonna start to trim this outside. So I'm gonna trim here and here. So what is inside is gonna stay there. What is outside is gonna go. So now I'm gonna trim this and I'm gonna trim this part over here, and now here and here, but I need the hole over here so I can see the stone, and also it's gonna give you a little more light to the stone to shine. So I'm gonna click here and here, and now I'm gonna press enter to finish the trim command. So it's telling me that I don't have no history. Okay, that's okay. I still have the fourth surface. As you see over here, we got the same fourth surface, but we have trimmed all the fourth surface. The fourth surface. So what I'm gonna do is, with these parts that I have right here, I need to make it solid, because if you leave something open, when you send it to a STL file, you can get errors in the printing. So the parts are gonna fall, or they're not gonna come out correctly after the print. So everything has to be close in everything that it goes for prototype, for animation or for other kind of stuff. It doesn't need to be close, but for production, for prototype, for 3D printing, everything has to be close, because then you're gonna get errors in your printing results. So I'm going to select everything over here, or the surface, and I don't need these lines over here, so I just can select these lines and put it here. I usually put all my lines over here in creation, and I hide it, and now I can select all this, and I'm gonna go to the command and type join and enter. So always pay attention to this part over here where you type your comments, because over here it's gonna tell you if the fourth surface have been closed, and that there is a closed poly surface. Okay, if maybe for example this surface, when I close it with join, it didn't close correctly, it's gonna be a open poly surface. For example, I move a little bit to give you an example, so I'm gonna select everything, and I'm gonna take join and enter, and it's telling me right now, look, fourth surface or poly surface join into one open poly surface. So everything is joined, but this poly surface, it have some errors, because right now it's open, and you can see it over here that we got a hole. So I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna close it, and I gotta close poly surface. Okay, well, now I'm gonna bring back my bed for the stone with the 4 prongs to see how it look like. I think this is too tall over here. It's a little bit tall, so I'm gonna bring my stones with my bed a little bit down, like a half millimeter. So I'm gonna take over here the symbol for less 0.5 and enter key. So I went down half of a millimeter. Okay, don't worry about these prongs over here. We're gonna cut it using the ring rail. So next we're gonna start making the shape over here to put our diamonds there. For the last thing, we're gonna do the outside ring, or the rest part of the ring. So I'm gonna bring this. No, I'm not gonna bring it. I'm gonna draw the shape that we're gonna use for set the diamonds. Okay, so I'm gonna hide the stone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this so I got the visual of how long or where is going the metal part of these 3 diamonds is going to connect with the basket. So I'm gonna go to curves tools, and I'm gonna start working with the arc. So the arc, what it do is, okay, it's gonna make me a curve using 2 points for, so well, let me show you. I can click in, for example, in this part, and click like over here, so it's gonna trace that line, but then it's gonna give me an option to make a arc drawing. So it's gonna go something like this, but for over here I need it to be right here in this middle part. So I got an option over here, right here. What it's gonna do is that it's going to jump from 1 millimeter to 1 millimeter, or to half millimeter, or the center of this little squares that we have over here. So I need it right here, so I'm gonna click there, and the other one I'm gonna put it, yeah, I think that is good. And I'm going to disable now this tool, because I only needed to have it like in the center of the prong over here. Need to align it with the center of the prong. So I'm gonna give this little curve over here, and now I'm gonna try to close this curve and bring the curve to make it to be a part of the bed. So because I need the metal to go all the way to this part over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw it with this intersection curve. So I'm gonna click over here, so it's showing me the end of the curve, and I'm gonna go like something like this. Okay, enter. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna mirror, send it to the other side. Also this one I'm gonna mirror, so I'm gonna take enter from 0 and shift, and now we're gonna, okay, I'm gonna take this one and this one, and I'm gonna join. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. I'm gonna make a little chain over here. So I'm going to delete over here. I'm going to review this line control points. So it's telling me that I got 9. I'm gonna go to 8, I think, and I'm gonna press F10 so I can see the control points. So I'm gonna give a little more. I'm gonna give a little more shape to this curve over here. So I'm gonna go like something like this. I'm gonna go like this, yeah. So it's more easy to work in the plane, before I take these stones close to the center stone, so try to do like the difficult parts in a plane. Yeah, do all the difficult parts first, and using the looking down view, because after I finish the piece over here, I'm gonna take it up, I'm gonna make it solid, and I'm gonna rotate the part like 30 degrees or something. And when you have the parts in degrees, you have rotating some kind of degrees, are more difficult to work with, so it's more easy to work with the part this way, and then to turn the object in a 30 angle or in a 20 angle. So I'm gonna take these control points close to this pawn over here. This is okay, something like this. Okay, now I'm gonna take this 3 over here, bring it close, so you can see you can do different kind of shapes. So I'll leave the shape to your creativity. Mine is just gonna be like a kind of leaf. Okay. And I think that's good. So I'm gonna do another review again. I'm gonna give it a little 1 point more resolution. Okay, now I'm gonna mirror again the curve over there from 0, enter shift and click to drop it. I'm going to select the 2 curves, and I'm going to join, so it will be okay. Let me take this out, so it's going to be one piece, and I'm going to make a offset using this shape that we have right now, and I'm going to give it a 0.3 millimeters and click. So okay, so this is gonna be like our top part for the object that is gonna catch the stones over there, so like for the leaf. So let me show you what are we doing with the final picture. So so right now we're making this part over here. So this part have this hole over here, and the stones go inside like that socket. You can tell it's like a socket. So we got the drawing to make this part over here, and now we're gonna make the drawing for this part over here. It's gonna be like a kind of gallery. So as you see, as you're looking over here, that we are touching the bed of the stone right here, and this part over here need to touch this part over here too, that we just recently made. So okay, so let's see, let's take this part. I'm going to select everything. I think we can take this up now. So I'm gonna go all the way through here. Okay. Got my stone there, yeah. So these diamonds are gonna go behind the line, like over there. This is like the places where I'm gonna put the bronze. So remember, this is a basic tutorial, so I'm doing this guidance more for the people that are starting to learn like 3D. Okay, so here you see this sharp shape over here, and we got a round shape over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this sharp also to follow this round shape. So I'm gonna show you how. So I'm gonna go to the circle tool under curve, and over here I'm going to select tangent. Okay, so click there. So tangent, what it's going to do is that it's going to create a circle, and the circle is gonna start in the border of one curve, and it's gonna end in the border edge of other curve. So I'm gonna click to, so the circle can start from here, and I want it to end it over here. So that's what I do. So I'm gonna move it to match this circle over here, this curve over here. So I think around here is good, and I'm gonna press enter to let go the tool. So now I'm going to select this curve and this circle over here, and I'm gonna press, and I'm gonna type the trim command and enter. So I'm gonna trim this part over here that I don't need it, and I'm gonna trim this part over here, and that's all. I'm gonna type enter to end the command trim, and I'm gonna type join, because right now I have three separate curves over here. So I want it to be just one. So I'm gonna join it, typing the command join, pressing enter, and it says three curves, join it into a one open curve. Okay, so we got a open curve because it's not closed over here. And I'm gonna use, okay, I'm gonna start closing these curves because I need to make a solid, and a solid cannot be made with an open curve. Okay. Okay, but first I'm gonna take this shape over here to make the one here in the bottom. So I'm gonna copy and paste. I'm gonna bring it down here, and I'm gonna hide it. So I'm gonna put it in this layer over here, because right now I'm only gonna work with this part. So I'm gonna go to a looking down view, and what I'm gonna do over here is to close this part. So okay, I'm gonna try to follow the like this round shape that the bed have. So I'm gonna use the arc direction. So here in the icon history matrix, it's gonna show you like the last tools that you have used. So I'm gonna use the arc direction. I'm gonna select the end of the edge over here and the end over here, and I'm gonna disable this, and I'm gonna press shift, and I'm gonna enable this, and I'm gonna enable planner. That things happens because we are not here in the center in the planner of the viewport. We are up here, so he's gonna try to send the cord all the way down over here in the planner or the viewport, like the zero sun, you can say. So using the planner over here is gonna work his planner from the 2 points that I'm working. So if I disable this is what is going to happen. You see, it's gonna change the direction to any other place except the place that we needed to be in. So I'm gonna go to planner again. So it's gonna go only in that planner direction right there, from using those points for reference. So I'm gonna looking down again. I'm gonna do something like this. So I'm now selecting the three curves. I'm gonna make a join. So you go to a closed curve, and from the closed curve we can make a solid. So we got the curve for making the first solid part. That would be this one without the hole, and the hole over here we're gonna do it using this curve in here. Okay, so let's go through fingers so we can see how tall or how thickness our diamonds are. And I have select the one that we just close, and from the through finger view I'm gonna go to solid tools and select the strap curve straight, or I'm just gonna use the one that I have in the icon history, and it's going both sides, but right now I only needed to go to one side. So I'm gonna go over here in the menu, and I'm gonna click on both sides, yes. So it's gonna show me both sides now, and then I'm gonna go down. This one is gonna go to the direction that I give it with the cursor mouse. So I'm gonna go down. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of metal from the bottom of the diamond to like getting close to the ring. So it's gonna be, remember, you can get guidance looking the squares, each square have 1 millimeter, so I want this to be almost like 1 millimeter. So I can take less one, so it's gonna go 1 millimeter, or I just can go and calculate it like this, like I'm doing right now, making the click. Or you just can give it the dimension, taping the dimension like symbol less and 1 and enter. So it will give you exactly 1 millimeter. So we got a 1 millimeter metal piece, okay, and it's touching our bed. And now I'm gonna make the hole over here, and then I'm gonna put the prongs for the stones. So I'm gonna start working with this open curve, and now I need to close it. So I need these curves to close like over here, so I can make the hole, because if I close it like over here, it's gonna be over here this little piece of metal, and it's gonna be so little that it doesn't have no use. So I'm gonna go outside from the metal or the shape that we already have. So what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna go to curve, and I'm gonna to extend this curve that I have right there, but I wanna conserve or to respect the shape that the curve already have. So I'm gonna go to extend curve, and it's gonna open me this menu with this more options, so I'm gonna click again on extend curve. So I'm gonna click here the end, and as you see is is extending that curve right there in the end. Okay, it's not doing it in both sides, only in one side. The command selects like the close end that you are clicking with the mouse. I mean, so I want to be outside this solid shape that we already have, so it's going to be around here. And now I'm going to click this one over here, but you see it is something weird, so I'm going to go and click on undo, so it's going to delete that one. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to select this one again. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to click on close to the end, and I'm going to stand over there and enter. So now we got the two ends upside the solid, and I'm going to use I think I can use the single line over here. So I'm going to click it on the end from here, and then from over here, and I'm going to select the two cards, and I'm going to join it. Join command again, and we got a close chord over here. Okay. So we did this. We did this close chord over here just to open the hole, to open like the socket, the socket we're gonna do over here. So I'm gonna go through finger now, and I'm gonna extrude chord straight to create the solid using the close chord. But now I need it both sides, so I'm gonna enable both sides here, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna go around point 0.4 and enter. I think I'm gonna go smaller, so I'm gonna go 0.35 and enter. Okay, that's good, because I need some metal over here where the stones are gonna rest. It's gonna be like there, this little diamond's bed. And now I'm gonna select the solid, the big one, and we're gonna do a boolean using the small one. So selecting the big one, I'm gonna go to solid, and here I'm gonna click here where it says difference, so it's a difference boolean, and I'm gonna click the small one and press enter to execute the command. So now it's done. I got enabled to not to delete the solid, so the pieces that I used to use to make the boolean. So I'm gonna just open over here to see more layers tools, more layer options, and I'm gonna put this one in over here in user 21, and I'm gonna hide it. And you see, we just ate that part of that piece. So now we can put some prompts over there. So how we gonna do the thing with the prompt? Okay, we're gonna go to the setting. Okay, it's at the right side of the gems, and we're gonna use this one. It's the little prompt with a little square. Its name is prompt on surface. So we got a new little window over here. So over here we're gonna put the piece that we are gonna work on, or where we're gonna set the stones on. So I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to click in this little arrow looking up. And so right now this piece is over here. So the tool is telling us that I'm working in that part over there. So I'm going to if you see the prompt is upside down, so I'm gonna flip it. Now it's up, it's going, yes, that's correctly, the correctly position. So I'm gonna start like giving the size options to that prompt over there. So this one is the diameter of the prompt is 0.6, that's exactly the size that I need. This one is how deep in the metal is gonna go, so it's gonna go like 0.2. It's very good, because if you leave it like in 0, or maybe it's less, or minor 0.05, is gonna be in the air, that prompt. So at the end, when you print it, it's not gonna come up. You see, the prompt is in the air, so nothing is touching that prompt, so it's not gonna come up in the print. So always have to be going inside the metal. So I'm going to go 0.2, and this is how tall the prone is, and it's almost 1 millimeter high or tall. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to use the minor symbol to take a little bit shorter. Around 0.45 is good. So yeah, that's great. And the taper, what it do is that it give you more metal in the bottom of the prong, but I'm not gonna make this front taper, so I'm gonna go almost to 0% over here. Yeah, over there. And now it's time to set the prong, so you just click in the place you want the prong to be. So I'm gonna go first to this one over here, so that's why I have these guys over here. Or you just can, guys, yeah, that's what I use these guys sometimes, or I just do it with approximately where I want to put it. So I just look these lines of the stone, and I align the prong with using those lines that the stone already have. So I think there is good. I'm only gonna put it in one side, and then I'm gonna mirror to the other side, so I don't have to do too much work with that. So over here, got a 3D mouse, so this is very good to use it when you are setting the prompts or the stones. Now I'm gonna put this one over here, and this one center will be around there, and this one will be around there, I think. Yeah, and enter. So now I'm going to take, and I'm going to select these three prompts using the shift key, maintaining the shift key press, and now I can let go the shift key, and looking down I'm gonna take mirror, enter, prompt 0. Okay, I think I mistyped the mirror. I give a 3 yards, so again mirror, enter, prompt 0, enter, and shift, maintaining the shift key press, and click it to let go the prompts, and we got all the prompts that we need to catch those little 3 stones. So I'm going to select all the prompts, and okay, we got one more over here, so I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to select again all the prompts, and I'm going to group it with the command group, and enter. Okay, so now we're going to work in the part over here, the gallery part. So we have high uh, a drawing here, so it's right here. This one is the one that I'm gonna use to make the gallery over here. So what we're gonna do first is to make it look like this. So I'm going to offset this curve over here, pressing offset, and we're gonna give around, give me 1 second. ¿Dónde qué? Muy bien.
¿Todo bien?
Grabando
Hola.
tutoriales.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Qué más? Muy bien.
Chile.
Muy bien. Chile, nada, haciendo calor.
Oh no, here it's hot. Allá, hoy iba a llegar otro cold front,
Ah,
o mañana que iba a bajar la temperatura.
okay guys, back again. So I was going to offset this curve down here so we can do the gallery over here and to match also this part over here in the top. So right now the distance is at 0.3, so I think we use distance over here about 0.7, and I usually don't work with less than that because it's gonna be too thin. Also it can break very easily. So I'm gonna take 0.7, enter. So you see that the distance has changed over here. So if you change it to 0.3, you see how it's changed back here. So I'm gonna go 0.7, enter, and click, and make the click so it applies the offset curve over there. So this one is gonna get close to this part over here, so it's gonna look like one part. So what I'm gonna do now is, let me see, it's gonna go, okay, I'm gonna close it. So I'm gonna make these two curves, I'm gonna join it over here with a line over here and a line over here. So I'm gonna go to the curves tools menu, and I'm gonna use the straight line tool. So I'm gonna start from here to here, then enter to call the tool again, and from here to the end. And now we have previously select these two ones, so I'm gonna press and hold shift key, click in this line and click in this one and join it. So press join, enter, and we got 4 curves joined into one closed curve. Okay, so now we can make this part solid, so we can extrude a solid from there using the extrude curve straight, and when I go through finger to see what is happening. So this one, I can leave this one in both sides, and I'm gonna take 0.9, no, I'm gonna take 1 millimeter, so enter. Okay, so now I got this curve over here, and I'm gonna look for the other curves over here. Here is one, here is the other one, and we got the ones the ones that we used to set the prongs. So I'm gonna hide the prongs right now to get these curves. I don't need these ones anymore, so I'm gonna cache this one over here, this one, and this one, and I'm gonna hide everything over here in creation, the yellow one. So now I'm only gonna work with this and the prompts, and I'm gonna go through finger. I'm gonna go and select this part that we just create, and I'm going to rotate it. So I'm gonna go and move it down. I think there. I think there is a good position. Now I'm gonna bring this down because this thing have to start from the middle of the bed. So I'm gonna go down, around there. Okay. I'm gonna get it close to the center stone. I'm gonna see the perspective to see how it looks. Okay. Well, we see we got this metal. Yeah, it's not touching the bed yet, so I need to go more inside and go deeper inside the metal. So I'm gonna move it a little bit more, and now you see we got metal inside the bed, and over here I think it's going inside too. So from the through finger view, I'm going to select only this one, and I'm gonna go to this little circle with a click, and I'm gonna say gonna tell him to align to this object. So it didn't do it. It didn't align. So other way to align it, because I wanted this part to go straight to the position of the part on the top. So I need to tell him that the center part is like over here, and I need to put this arrow looking to this line over here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna relocate the gumball. I'm gonna put it in this line over here, where these two lines intercept right there. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna follow this line over here. So the green line and the red line looks like only one line, and click it, and I'm gonna go. So you see it's going straight in that line, so everything is going perfect, and there we go. So now I can take this up, and there I got metal outside the two circles, so we can use the circles to cut this exit of metal there. And now let's see how it looks inside here. So we got this piece of metal over here that is not touching the center over here, so I don't like it. I don't like that, so I'm gonna take this part a little bit inside. Doesn't matter that it doesn't match this one. No, this one I'm gonna have to move it too, because there are too much space over here. Okay, so now I think almost touching there, so I'm gonna move it a little bit into it. Doesn't look, there is a hole there, so now it's touching the center of the oval that we make for the button. And okay, so now we can cut this part using the two circles. So I'm gonna select each of the circles, and gonna make a look at
Ando. Voy.
Vale, Jeff. Cuidas. So what I'm gonna do is to extract a curve straight. So again, we're gonna tell the in the option that it's not a solid. We go from outside the part that we're gonna cut. Now we're going to select the part, the surface, and from the I can do it from the true finger or the perspective. It's not gonna matter anyway. So I'm gonna tell him to trim with the command trim, and I'm gonna start trimming the outside. And now we're gonna delete this part over here and this part in the inside ring. And now we got a round shaped part over there, so it's following the finger over here. So let's say that this is the finger of the person that is gonna wear the ring. So all these parts have to follow the shape of the roundest shape of the finger. Okay, now we're gonna work with this one over here. I'm going to select it all, select it all, and I'm gonna, let me see, I'm gonna go inside the bed again. So I'm gonna go like this. I think, let me see, I think I can go a little bit deep over there. So yeah, I think that's a good position. You see, there's not too much empty space here. Now everything looks more compact. So yeah, it looks nice. Can hide this finger reference. So I'm gonna put it in the blue layer and hide it. So now, next to do over here is that I'm gonna take, okay, before I mirror this part to the right, I'm gonna open the holes to the diamonds. So I'm gonna select all the stones. I'm gonna group the stones with the command group, enter. I'm gonna go to colors, and I'm gonna select the first one, that is the hand color. And here in this new little window, I'm going to put these gems that I already select over here, clicking the little yellow arrow. So now the tool is on, working on those stones over there. So I want to make sure that the metal is passing this object over here. So it's not passing, you will see something like this, and it is transpassing the metal, is going to be something like this. And I'm going to leave everything else like it is and press enter. Okay, so when I do the volume, I'm going to use these colors to make the volume in this piece of object over here. So I'm gonna go to move these tools over here. You just need to press on the gray bar with the right click, maintaining the right click, you go down or up. Okay, sometimes they show you here tools, but if your screen resolution is not enough, they will be down here, so you will not see it. But if you want to move the whole thing over here, you just make a right click in the gray bar and just put it in up and down. Okay, so we're gonna go to solid again and use the difference, the volume difference. I have it over here, but first select the part where you want to make the hole, and then click the tool, and then click the part which you are going to make the hole. Okay, and enter key, so it execute the command, and now I can delete this one, and I'm going to save it in a lawyer because this is a tool that we can call whatever we need it. So going to delete, and you see we got a hole. So some people like to penetrate the part from one side to the other. Some people doesn't like it because it can get dirt inside here and it's gonna kill the shiny of the stone. So depends, everything depends what the client asks you for. So we got this little piece of metal over here that we're going to delete. So the way to do it is with another volume. So we're gonna use this one for make the difference, and this one is gonna be the cutter. So let's select the one piece that we wanna take that piece of metal and difference and the cutter, and enter. And now you see that we can select this little piece over here and delete it and delete. Okay, so inside here nobody's gonna notice this because this is gonna be so small, but if you wanna like clean this part over here, you can make this bed a little bigger to cover this this part of metal here, or you can go over here in solid and fill at the edge over here. So you select the edge and click it, reduce this because it's too bigger for the piece. So you say over here in the options, select all, and add a value very small, like 0.1. You see how, so there is going to show you what is going to, how it's going to round the part and at what size, and press enter. So we got an error here because there's another cut over here. So let's see if we can take this one too, and selecting those little edges. You see how far it goes, the 0.1. So I know there is an error. That edge is not going to make me work with this large one over here. So anyway, I'm going to take enter to see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm just going to leave it like that, or make this a little bigger, so we can cover that one, taking a little bit down, so it looks like this. Okay, and now we're gonna mirror this part, so we have it in the other side of the ring. So mirror, shift 0 and click it to drop it, and there it goes. Got the gallery in the back, got also like a gallery, kind of gallery in the sizes too. The ring is taking shape. So now what we're gonna do is the outside ring. So okay, I think I have too much height, it's too high over here, so I'm gonna go back before I make the volume here. Okay, because I'm gonna rotate this part again. So there it is. I'm going to select all this, I'm going to rotate a little bit this. I'm gonna take it down to this. Okay, something like that. Okay. Okay. Now I like when these things happens, when these problems appears. You can see that this part on the bottom is a little bigger than this one, right? So that is not gonna look good in the ring, because usually this part over here is smaller than the one in the top. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, sorry guys, just checking who came in. So what I'm gonna do is I can take this inside, will be the best solution here. So I'm gonna go through finger and I'm gonna type rotate and enter, and I'm gonna rotate from 0, that is the center of the viewport, enter. So it's giving me a radius, so I'm gonna go all the way over here close to the piece, gonna click, and I'm gonna go inside to the inside, getting close to the center stone, and I'm gonna drop there. So now it's much better. Okay, and now we don't got metal here. I'm gonna leave this like this, and I'm going to select this and this through finger, mirror again, 0, enter, shift and click to drop. Okay, and now let's make the ring. So I'm gonna press F6 to bring the menu, FC menu again. I already have selected the ring profile, or the circle, or yeah, you can call it ring profile or circle. And I'm gonna go to this part, upside ring rail. So it's gonna create me a upside ring based on the ring profile, or that circle, that circle over there. So this is gonna be my thickness. So I'm gonna press shift, so I jump from 0.1 to 0.1, and I'm gonna go to 1.2 because I'm gonna make a round. I'm gonna make a roundness on the borders, so you're gonna see how nice it's gonna look. And from in the middle, it's gonna be around 1.3. Yeah, 1.3 can be. Over here, I want this to go like this line to go around the middle of this piece over here. So when I go down there it is. I'm gonna left the shift so I can do it more perfectly to the middle there, and a little bit more down there, and enter. Okay, so I'm going to select this, no way, I'm gonna cut those except this. Yeah, I'm gonna take out this part of the prawns because I don't need that thing to come in the printing. So I'm gonna select the ring circle. I'm gonna make it solid, so this one is gonna be solid, because it's gonna do a boolean function. So I'm gonna select the 4 prongs and I'm gonna go to difference. I'm gonna use the solid we just create and enter, and we can delete this. So now we got rid of the material that we have there. And now I'm gonna go through finger and I'm gonna draw a line over here to cut this shape on the ring and the ring profile. So I'm gonna go to curve again. Oh, just use the single line tool that I already have it in the icon history, and I'm gonna draw it from here to here. I'm gonna mirror 0 and click and click OK. I'm gonna Control C this one. I'm gonna copy it and paste it and put it in the green one, and this one I'm gonna send it to the green layer 2, and I'm gonna hide the red ring profile. So I'm gonna hide the layer over here. So now I got these two ones, and I'm gonna cut it with this one. Why to do that? Oh, why did I do that? Why to do a copy of the ring profile? Well, if you're gonna make this ring for production, this one is only gonna be size 7. Okay, so Matrix and also I think Rhino have a tool that it will let you change the size of the ring. So the name is ring resizer. But for that tool to work, it need to have the ring size that we create in tools with the ring rail. Okay, or the ring profile, or how I call it, the ring rail. So if I do this boolean function over here, and I'm gonna cut this piece of metal that it goes to the center, and also this one, the ring information or the ring size is gonna be lost in the information that the matrix have. So if I do that, if I lost it, I can go again over here and adapt again the size and do the function of the ring resizer over here, and resize it to whatever size the jewelry needed, or the jewelry store needed, and resize it. Okay, but for not to create the ring rail again, I just did what I did, that it was to copy and hide it and work with the copy. Okay, so I can do a resize later on. So I'm going to select these coding lines and the two profiles, and I'm going to trim, enter, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this one. This one is going to be a little difficult to delete because there is a solid there. So there it is. So I have to delete this part inside. I'm going to delete this and this. So there we got the drawing to make the ring. So I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to join those parts over there. I'm going to tell the gumball to go to the center again, so I'm going to tell them to align to the wall. Okay, that's good. And now I'm going to go to side view. We're going to make the strut curve straight again, and I'm going to go, each square is 1 millimeter, so I'm going to take because it's going both sides. I only need to give the dimension from the center to the left or to the right. So I'm gonna take 1.2, so that part is gonna be 2.4 millimeters because it's going both sides. Okay, so enter. So you see it's 1 millimeter and with 2 and 1 millimeter with 2 over here, so we got 2.4. So I'm gonna go to perspective. That's nice. Okay, and I'm going to make a tapered band over here, a tapered ring. But I'm gonna taper this band or ring. So I'm gonna go to side view. I'm gonna shape over here because I need to look the solid, and I'm gonna go to transform, and in the end is a tool called cache editing, and in the sub menu I'm gonna go to edit. Okay, so you're gonna see what we're going to do. So right here in this option, the only thing I'm gonna touch is bounded box. Select that one, and here that don't select nothing up there, so just press enter, and this is like how many control points you're gonna have in each plane. So in the X, Y, Z, I'm gonna leave it in 4 because I don't need too much control points to do what I want to do here to make it tapered. So I just gonna press enter because this control points is enough for me right now. So enter and enter again. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the G and the X, they are 4 for every plane. So you see, we got 4 over here too. We got from the top to the bottom 4, to the left, to the right 4. So that's the control points. So that's the meaning of the control points. So I'm gonna look it in the side view, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select these points only, so I can start from here and with the maintaining the left click and letting it go over here, it's going to select the points. But if I do it from here, I'm gonna pick up one part of the ring and I'm gonna move it. So when you got a big thing and you need to do a selection like close to a metal part or to an object, you just press shift, maintain the shift key. Oh, sorry, it's not shift, it's alt. So press alt key, maintaining the alt key press. Now make left click, and without dropping the left click, go to the right and drop the click and drop the alt. So I didn't move any part of the ring. Okay, it's only selecting the control points. So now I'm gonna take it from this blue square over here, and I'm gonna click it, and with the left click and maintaining the click, I'm gonna go to the center, so it's moving in both sides. So I'm gonna go something like right here in this line. I'm gonna drop it. Now I'm gonna do the same here, but I'm gonna align the square with this line that is moving in the border, like there. And now here I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna align with this line in the border right here. You see, now I'm gonna go up here again and do it again. And okay, we gotta taper taper it back for the ring. Okay, now I'm gonna press escape in the keyboard to clear the points, and delete this box. I don't need the box anymore. And now I want to make this. Okay, I'm going to make all this part over here round. Want they want to look like a round shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to solid. I'm going to extract surface. So I'm going to click here in solid, extract surface. And over here, if in your software say copy yes, click it until it says no. So usually it's gonna say like, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna show you copy yes. So click it to the no appears there, and click the surface over here and enter and delete. I mean, sorry, my native language is Spanish, so sometimes I combine the Spanish with the English, so you can tell it's the Spanglish. So I'm gonna go to the side view. Okay guys, and here I'm gonna trace a curved line from the two borders. Which borders? These borders over here. Okay, using the side view, I'm gonna go to curve. I'm going to select arc direction. Be sure that this option is enabled with these two, and I don't need a planar, only these two ones over here. So I'm gonna go over here, and it's gonna tell me end or middle. I'm gonna go to the other side, and in the middle I'm gonna click, and I'm gonna start giving the shape of the arc. I think that is like 0.3, yeah. I'm gonna leave it over there. It looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the surface menu. I'm gonna use the switch to rails tool. I'm gonna click it's asking me for the first rail, so my first rail is gonna be this edge over here, and this edge of the surface over here, and now it's selecting me for the cross section curve. That would be like the profile. So I'm gonna click this part that we made and enter to execute it. So now it did it in just one size, but don't worry, because we can mirror the surface to the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna just press OK. If you like a more plain or more curved shape, you can go over here and select the curve and press F10 in your keyboard and select the control points, this one in my case, and drop it down. So see how the shape is gonna change with the curve. Okay, so I want the topest part, if you can say it like that, like to touch this end of the shape over here, the top of the shape. So I'm gonna get a little bit down. Okay, almost like that. I think it's fine for, yeah, I think it looks good, look nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna press escape in my keyboard, and I'm gonna take this surface or select that surface in through finger view. You are gonna take mirror, enter from 0, and shift. Okay, 0, enter, and shift, and click here in the middle line and drop it and release the click and select the two surface, the ring or the band, and join it. Okay, but this piece is not solid yet. The band is not solid. I know it because I know that there is a hole over here. So if I take these two parts and put it in a lawyer and hide it, I can see over there. There it is, the hole. So there is two ways to close the hole over there. I'm gonna hide the prompts. So the first one, that is the easy one, only work when there is very plain shapes, is to use cap planar. So what I do is gonna detect the holes and gonna close it. And the other way to close it, gonna hide the stones too. The other way to close it is in surface, and you can use the left tool. So click the left tool, select the edges you want to close, and press enter. So it will make you a surface from two curves lines. So same for this one, enter, click, and here is, you see there is something strange here, like an error. So going to align and enter, and okay, I just click the point over there, so it changed like this, like the direction where the surface is flowing between the curves. Okay, so now I got this surface over here and this one. I wanted to select it using shift to selecting all the things that I'm clicking, and this one, and take join, enter, and now we got a close poly surface. Very important, remember, always you need to have your poly surface close. And I'm going to show all the parts that I was hiding. There is something here, no, okay, let me see, okay, no, it's nothing there. And we're gonna make this ring comfort fit, so I'm gonna, to make a comfort fit, I'm gonna round this edge over here. So I'm gonna go to solid, I'm gonna go to fill edge, and in fill edge I'm gonna select the edges that I wanna fill it, and enter. And now this 0.1 is too small, so I'm gonna go to set all, and I'm gonna give it a value of 0.45. Enter. That looks better. And enter again, and now we got a comfort fit ring. And yeah, okay, what else? Okay, we got a piece of metal over here, so we need to take it out because that's not gonna look good in the final print or in the gold ring or whatever material you're gonna use on your rings. So what we can do here is to make a boolean. Okay, so I'm gonna tell that this is gonna be the part from where I want to subtract the metal. So this is gonna be the first that I'm going to select to make the difference, and this one and this one is gonna be the cutter, the one that is going to be used to cut that part. So I'm gonna press enter. Okay, and now this part over here is separate, so I can delete it, and I can delete this one too, and our ring is ready for production. So the next step is to send it to a STL file. So for convert it to a STL, I have to hide all the stones. If you look that like there's too much space here or things like that, so you don't have to like to make a lot of changes over here. Just for example, I just see that I don't like how much space is over here, so I'm gonna select these two parts over here, and using this little square from the gumball over here, I'm gonna close it a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so you see now I got this hole over here because I make the volume to cut the part that it was in here, so I can go back with the redo, with the undo, I mean. So it's Control Z to go back, go back. I'm gonna go back until there was this piece of metal in here. So a little bit more there. So now I can delete this. I'm gonna take these two and I'm gonna close it a little bit. Something like this. Okay. Anything too much. Something like that. Okay, that's good. Now I can mirror these two parts. So mirror, enter, 0, enter, shift and click. And let's cut the metal there again. So the volume difference, this is quarter, this is quarter, and enter. And delete, and delete. So there we go. Our ring is finished, and now we can send it to a STL file. So I'm gonna hide the stones over here. Okay, I'm going to select all the ring. I'm going to going to this view like over here. I'm gonna go to tools and I'm gonna press the mesh repair. Okay, so this is going to convert the solid snarps to a mesh, and the mesh file is the one that is going to be a STL. So that's the extension that the 3D printers read. So I'm gonna press here enter. Yeah, just enter. After finish, it's gonna be two rings over here. So you have to separate the mesh from the original design. So using the gimbal, when you see all these triangles over here with the shape of the ring, and just move the gimbal to the right. So there you go. So we got like a lot of pieces over here, prongs and everything, and now everything is in a single solid mesh piece. The mesh piece is what it do is that it convert everything we have here in triangles and unite everything. So now this is the part that you send to STL. So how you do it? You go over here to File. You go to the Export selected. Okay. And save it in your folder or in the memory that you're gonna use to send the file to the 3D printer. In my case, I'm gonna save it in my drive. I'm gonna save it in Ferrocard Tutorials. Here it is. So this is not all over here. says Rhino 5 3D model, so you have to change the extension to STL. So go down here until you find STL as the really topography. Okay. Oh, you. I think there is another step or something that some printers read. There is have. I don't know, like more information. So I'm gonna go to STL. Okay. And I'm gonna put the name so I can identify the file for the print. So this is gonna be ring 7 by 5 oval stone with 6 1.2 millimeters dias for diamonds, size 7. Okay, so you got a very good identification of your ring there. Or if you use like serial numbers or something, just use the serial number and save it. And okay, so let's see. Network tutorial rings. What is it? Refresh. Okay. Yeah, this one is in my passport, and I put the other one in my OneDrive, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to my OneDrive for card tutorials. So it's right here. So I'm gonna open it, and there it is, ready for print. Okay, that's everything for this tutorial. Thank you for watching and for follow. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.